After 5 months of negative returns, equity funds in Canada finally put up some strong gains in October across pretty much every category. Now, unfortunately, developments at the end of the month may cause these gains to be short-lived. With me to discuss these results is Morningstar fund analyst Adam Fisch. Now, Adam, let's start with the positive. What led to the turnaround at the beginning of the month in the first place?
Well, it's no surprise that investors had their eyes on the Eurozone and whether the leaders there could find a solution to the burgeoning debt crisis. It looked like things would be looking better for Greece. There was a bailout package put together. The lenders there would take a haircut of about $100 billion. And as investors got news of that over the course of the month, they got a little bit more comfortable with risk.
Now, for fund investors in Canada, the best performing of the Morningstar Canada fund indices was natural resources equity, with a return of 11.3%. What were some of the other best performers last month? Well,
as investors got more comfortable with risk, you saw a lot more money flowing into the typical risky categories, small and mid-cap equities in Canada and the U.S., emerging markets, as you said, natural resources. And it wasn't surprising to see those categories perform well as investors, took a little money back from the safer havens and moved into those areas.
Now, unfortunately, there were some developments at the end of the month that may cause some of the strong gains of mutual funds to be clawed back in the fairly near future. What happened there?
Yeah, I mean, when we look at monthly performance, we typically just look at performance for the month. But in this case, it would be a little short-sighted because right at the end of the month, on the eve of the 31st, we saw, first of all, some negative manufacturing numbers coming out of China. But the big story, of course, was the Greek Prime Minister George Papandreou announcing the surprise referendum in the early part of the new year to vote on whether to accept this bailout. Obviously, that threw markets back into turmoil, and we saw at the beginning of November the early effects of that.
Thank you, Adam. And for more on Morningstar's survey of fund performance for the month of October, please click on the link on the right side of the video player and check back with us regularly for more news and updates.
Morningstar can help make quick